Hello and welcome back. So let's continue building our front end right here. And in the other video, we looked at a cart page. And when I click on this basket here, you can be able to see that we created this cart page here. And also we had already looked at a product detail page. So let me go back here to our diagram, and I need to add here the pages that we have already created. So I'm going to reload this page, and we'll be able to see our diagram here that explains how our application works. That means if you are not understanding how this diagram has been built, or you cannot be able to relate this diagram with the project, then you need to go back and watch the previous video so that you understand. So here I'm going to add another pages. So I'm going to add here, for example, building detailed. I'm going to start with capital B. So building cart page here. That is also here I'm going to have building product detailed page like that. So I'm going to also make sure that this is capital B. So here like that. And also I'm going to add another one here, which is today, which we are going to look at, and that is building login and slash register page. So these are I'm going to have them. I'm going to create them in one video because they're almost the same. So let's have that registered there. And also I want to make sure that this one has been separated. Our front end here is separated, but we can just click on it and push it up there. And tomorrow we are going to look at product list page, where we can be able to filter products and also do sorting according to prices. So here I'm going to go to the previous project, and if I come up here and click on this login here, you can be able to see that we have this beautiful login page here, which we are going to create in a minute. And here on the sign up, if you click on this, you'll be able to see that we have this register page here, where the user need to register first of all, and then they can go back, log in, and they'll be able to do other things like create orders and many other things that require a user to have registered and to have logged in. So let's go back to our code now. I'm going to first of all make sure that I come back to this project that we are building, and I'm going to open this project here. I'm going to close this cart page, product page, and also this component. I'm going to pages, and inside these pages I can, for example, create login.jsx. I'm going to use the shortcut RFCE, and after this, let me see if RFCE is going to work. Right now is as if it's taking time. Yeah, it has come up, and here I'm going to remove import React. And also the other thing that I'm going to create here is register. So register page also. So register.jsx like that. I'm going to use the same shortcut like that. And now let's look at app.jsx, because that's where we are going to add those routes. So let me come here, and under this, under my account here, or even after now this cart page here, what I can do is I'm going to have a route called login, and for the login here I'm going to import login page as our element. So login, can be able to see it here, auto import it. And also after that I can have this one, I can say create account, because also register is creating account, and you can specify that here. So this one is register. I'm going to see this, I'm going to import this register from the pages. So if I come up here, you can be able to see that we have imported these two pages. and I'm going to log in here. This is where now we are going to concentrate on and build login page. So if I come back here to my the project that you already have done, if I click on sign up, you can see this is create account here, and you can write register if you want. But in our case, because we are here, we can when you click this, you need to go to the login. So let's make sure that when you click on this login here on the nav bar, you are going to be redirected to login page, that is. So I'm going to nav bar right here, and let's open here for the this one. I'm going to cut everything inside here, and I'm going to wrap it using link. So from React Router DOM, so link here, and let me paste everything here, and I'm going to just add here the URL to login like that, and then after that I can be able to just um, save that. And if I come back here, try to, you can see now, if I try to go to login here, you can see this is an empty page. So that's what I wanted. So let's create now the login, and I want us first of all to look at the login here. So for the login here, you can see this is a container here, and it is centered. And after that, you can see we have the image here, and you can see for the image here we have animation, and for the other part here is a form. So if also if I go back to the login here, you can see we have a image here, and you can see the image here has a bit of animation, and also the same here for the login, we have the form here, and you can see we have the text down here that has a sign up here. If you don't have account, you can click on this sign up here. So let's now do that. So let's come here to the login. I'm going to close this nav bar here, and also I'm going to push this down. So let me remove everything inside here. Now this is an empty component, so I'm going to add class name here. And the first thing that I'm going to do is to center everything. So this one will be item center. I'm going to add justify center also. And what I'm going to add also is margin to be margin top here should be 15 pixels. So 15 pixels like that. And if I save this and go back to the project, there's nothing that you can be able to notice right now because we have not added content. So I'm going to now add the two parts that we are going to have. So I'm going to have a wrapper container that will hold the image, that will be able to hold this image and also this form. So let's now make sure that we do that. So here I'm going to have the image. So let me add image here, and I'm going to comment this, and let's have that image inside here. So we are going to have a div here that holds the image, or we can call it container, and here we can have form that has inputs and also the button for logging in. So let's have it like that. So here, because this one you can see they are side by side, that means we are going to use display flex. So let's do that. So let me style this class name, and here the first thing that we are going to do is to add flex. You need them to be on the same line. So I'm going to have item center, and also background should be white. Another thing is we should add shadow here. You need to have a shadow LG like that, and also we can have rounded. We need to have rounded corner, of which also we are going to give it rounded LG, and also we can say overflow should be hidden. So overflow hidden like that. And now we can concentrate on the this div that holds the image. So let's add here class name. So here what I want first of all is to make sure that I specify the height. So for the height here, I'm going to give 500 pixels. For the width also, I'm going to give it 500 pixels, because this one I want it to be a square like. And here I'm going to create animation. I'm going to use transition transform. After that, also I'm going to specify the duration for animation. So this one will be just 700 millisecond, and then I'm going to say is in out. So is in out, and also I'm going to have a transition or transform. And the other thing is, when you hover over it, what it should do is should be scale. It should scale. So this one we need to have a, we don't need to have any space. So I'm going to give it 105 when you hover over it. So after that, now inside here we can have the image. So let's have an image here, and this image, now we can have the source here. So the source, we are already have the images. So I'm going to have here the image.jpg, and also for the alt here, also you need to make sure that you are adding this. So here login, you can just say login, and also here I want to have a class name. Here I'm going to specify that I wanted to take the whole height and weight of this the parent div here. So what I'm going to do is to add object to be cover. Also I'm going to give it height to be full, and also width should be full. So like that. And if I do that, come back, save this, and come back to my project, you can see here we have this you can see we have this image here. So now let's go to the but before that, I think what we need to do is to format our code, yeah, like that. And then here you can see that the first thing, we have the image. We have now created the image. For the form here, we need to add another div. So this div here, so I'm going to have a class name here. So this is where we are going to have a form. So the first thing that I'm going to add here is the padding 10. We are going to have a 500 width to be 500 pixels, like that. And we can, let me just see how it will look like. Yeah, you can see already we have given the same width here for the image container, and then for the form container also we have given the same width. So that's why you can see they look really nice. So here also the other thing that I want to add here is, now we are going to have so for the form here, what we need to have is, first of all, we need to have this heading for the logging in. So let's do that. So here we have login, and also we need to make sure that we style this. So cname, which is our class name. So for this login here, I'm going to give it a text of XL, and also I'm going to have a font to be bold. Also we are going to have our text to be gray, and then 700. I'm going to have a margin bottom of 5, like that. And then after that, we can have the other part where we have the form. So let's have a form here, like that. And inside now this form, we can have various things. So let me first of all make sure that I style this form. And this form, I'm not going to have an action. I'm only going to have a styling here. And for the styling here, I want to have a space y, that is vertical, and then I'm going to give it 5. So I'm going to have a div here, and this div will hold the label and the input. So this one, let me have the first label, which is email. So let's have the email right here. And for the label here, I'm going to add let's have a class name, like that. And the first thing that I want to do is to add the display here should be block. We are going to have a text of color gray, and then the gray here is a variation, which is 600, and then MB is 1, like that. So after that, we can have the input, like that. So for the input, let's have also the class name here. I'm going to have a, for this, I'm going to have a width to be full, Also, I'm going to have padding x to be 4. That means horizontally. And then we are going to have I want to create a border. So I'm going to have border. I'm going to specify the color of the border, which is gray, and a variation in that matter, which is 300. I'm going to have rounded here to be MD. And also I'm going to have focus. And for the focus here, I'm going to have outline to be none. So outline none. And also I'm going to have a ring, which I'm going to have it when I just focus on it, which is a ring of 2. And also I'm going to have a color for that ring. So when also you focus on that, you can have a ring of let's say specified color here. So I'm going to have as D, and then 55. I'm going to have also FBB like that. So this is the color that I want to have. So what I'm going to do here, I think there's somewhere that we have a mistake here, and I don't know where this mistake came from. And this is because we have not crossed the those quotation mark, this one. So if I save this and come back here to my project, you already can see here that we have this input here. But one thing that I have not I don't like is the padding here for this input. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just remove this like that, and then it will have padding all around. Yeah, like that. I think that looks nice, but we can also make sure that it's not that big. So let's try 3. I think so. I think 3 will be, yeah, I think 3 is okay. So let's see for this one. And also I want to make sure that I add the placeholder. Just come here and let's do that here. So placeholder, and this we can say example at example .com like that. So if I do that and come back here, you'll be able to see that we have this. So I'm going to also copy the same this here, copy that and paste it here. For this one now it will be password. So password, let's add here password. And for this one, I want this to be a type of password, so that when the user is adding the or is typing the password, they won't be able to see what they are typing, or someone else cannot be able to see what they are typing. Here I'm going to add just asterisk. So if I do that and come back here, you can be able to see that we have this here. And I think for this one we can have also like for this we can have a class name here. Let's add margin bottom to be 5, and the same here we are going to have a class name margin bottom of 5 like that. So if I save that and then come back here, yeah, we can have this space here. And now the last thing that we are going to have here is the button. So let us have a button here. This button is logging in. So remember here, this also button has some animation, and we are going to do that animation because if you check here, you can see this button is scaling, and also down here we have this text. So let's do that. So for this one, I'm going to have a class name. So like that. So the first thing that you are going to have here is width should be full, so that it takes the whole width. Also, we are going to have our padding y, which is 2. I'm going to have a background. So for the background here is the this specific color. So hash d 55. We are going to have FBB, and also after that we can have the text to be white. So text white. I'm going to have a font to be bold. So font should be bold, and also we can have other things like rounded to be medium, which is MD. We are going to have a transition transform like that. transition transform, we are going to have to specify the duration. So for the duration here, we are going to just keep it at 500. And also I'm going to have, when you hover over this it will be having a background. Let's say, for example, I'm going to use blue in this case. I'm going to give it 200. I think this will be okay, or let's have it as 400. After that, you are going to have a focus. When you focus on it, it will have an outline. So, or it will not have an outline, sorry. So outline should be none. And also we are going to have a ring. So focus here should be having a ring, which is the ring here should be red, and it should be 500. So another thing is transform. Yeah, we are going to have a transform, and when there is a transformation, we are going to have a, and you hover over it, you are going to scale to 105 again. So if I do that, come back to my project here, let's go here to my project. You can see actually it's blue, so it is turning blue here. So I think now the other thing that we have been left with here is this text here. So let's do that. But before that, I'm going to format my code like that. And after now we have the button right here. Let's have another div here. So for this div, let's first of all make sure that we style this div. We are going to give a margin top of, let's say, 4. Also, I'm going to give text here to be small. I'm going to have a text to be having a color of gray 600. Let's have a span here. So what I'm going to do here is add the text here. I think for this one here, we need to use a backtick. So we are going to have a text don't have when you don't have an account. So let's have when you don't have an account, then we are going to have a link here, because this will be able to navigate us to the sign up. So here I'm going to have sign up, or what we are calling create account. So here I'm going to have to which to navigate to create account. So create under hyphen account, like that. So this one we are going to have a slash here. So for this one, I think I don't know why I'm having this thing is not defined, so I need to import it. So let's see if I can import it from here through auto completion. So link, and I can let me import it manually. So this one link here is from React Router DOM. So I'm going to import link from React Router DOM. So React Router DOM, this one here, like that. I think that's okay now. But for this link here, also I want to make sure that we have a styling, because if you come back here, you can see we have this styling here. And if you come here, you can see we don't have this styling for this sign up here. So what we are going to do is let's have a class name here, and let's have some styling. So the first thing is text here. We are going to have text to be red, and then 500 a variation. Also we are going to have, when you hover over it, it will have a underline, like that. So if I do that, come back here, you'll be able to see that we have this underline here, so sign up. So I think there's some space here. So because if you check here, we have some space. So let's have some space here. So I'm going to have margin left to be having like a space of 1. Margin left, I think, yeah, you can see now we have some space here. And I think now we can create the other part, which is register. And also I think this one we can move it up here, because I think this space up here is unnecessary. So let's first of all do that. we can give it like a 10% top, and then it will be I think there it will be okay here, or even let's make sure that is like 5. Let's see if 5 it will be okay. 5%. If I save this, you can see now this one is looking good. So I think here now you can add the email and then the password and be able to log in. So the other thing that I want to do, maybe I might change this variation for this blue color here. So let's scroll up to here, and then where we have this color for blue, we can actually have it as 200 also. And then let's see, you can see this one login here. And now let's create register. So for the register here, when you click on this text here, you can see we are now at register page here, but for register here is just an empty, this one is just an empty one, or an empty page. So I'm going to copy here all of this from this div here to this route div here, copy that, and here I'm going to paste it here like that. Also, the other thing that I'm going to copy from the login here is this link from React Router DOM. So copy that, and up here, let me add it here like that, and then save that. If I come back here, you'll be able to see that also we have this login. So for this one, I'm going to have this one to be create account. So create account, and also the other thing is I'm going to have an extra input. So if I come back here and go back to this part, you can see we have the full name here for this full name. So I'm going to copy this input here, and also the label I'm going to add up here, and then I'm going to add here full name, and I need to add here for this placeholder here, you can add something like John Doe like that. And if I save that, come back here, you can see we have a full name the same as this one here. So you can see for this one, you can see this is register also. Let's have this as a create account also. So this one will be, rather than login now, this one will be create an account. So I think we can have it like that, create an account, and I think create an account. I think that's okay. So here then let's see the text here. So for the text here should be have already an account, and this one will be login. So let me copy that, and then here I'm going to paste it here like that. But this one here will be now login, and we can add the text here. Also this one we are going to add the login. We are going to be redirected back to login. So if I save that and then come back to my project here, you can see now it's if you have an account, go to login. So if I create login here, you can be redirected here. But if you have no account, then that means you can click on this sign up here and go back to this part. So the last thing that I want to do is to push my code to my GitHub. So I'm going to add here every changes that I have made. So commit here, I'm going to add a comment here, added login and register page. Let's have it here like that. And after that, now I can just say git push origin, and then we have front end. Let's push this. and then let's add the passphrase. And after that, now after this passphrase, can come back here and then let's see for my repo here. So let me do the pull request. So this is the repo that you are pushing, and after that we need to see here a notification. Here you can see here this notification, compare and pull request, and after that we can create a pull request, and it will be checking for ability to merge like that. You can see checking for ability to merge, and then the last thing is to merge pull request and then confirm merge, and then I think that's okay now. So I think we have done what we were supposed in this video, and I don't want it to be longer than this. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and also like this video. And the other thing is that don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload the other video or the next video. Have a great day. See you on the next video.